Beef Bourguignon is a classic French dish that everyone should know how to make.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with Chef Twan, and today we have an awesome video for you. We're going to be doing a cooking video and an unboxing video of these two new pans that I got from Hestan. I'll put their information down in the description box down below. You need to go check these guys out. They have amazing cookware and kitchen equipment. So let's go and see what they sent us. All right, so let's check out this Probond one first. All right, so here we have really nice lid. This lid has some weight to it, so it's not a flimsy lid. And then here's the pan. This is a very sturdy pan. Ooh, it is gorgeous, this finish. And the thing I love about Hestan pans are these flushed rivets. It makes stacking pans a lot easier because you don't have the little bumps that prevent other pans from being seated directly onto here. But yeah, this is a beautiful pan. And now we have the Copperbond 2-quart saucepan. Nice. This one also comes with a lid. Wow, this has got some weight to it too. Really nice and beautiful. See their logo. Really cool. All right, let's get down to the pan. Ooh, you can, ooh. Yeah. Wow. This is just a gorgeous pan. Again, with the flushed rivets. And the thing with these pans, these copper pans, has a really thick, pure copper core, right? So if you guys cook with copper before, it conducts heat really evenly, nice and evenly. Wow, I'm really excited. All this stuff is just really beautiful. I think this is probably one of the nicest copper pans. And it's not, you know, a flimsy copper pot. You know, it's really thick and sturdy. All right. And again, this one also works on all cooktops, induction, and all that stuff. This is really cool. So now that we have these two Hestan pans, you know, I also have a third. I have their Nanobond stainless steel skillet as well. So, you know, let's make a dish that will let us use all three of these to see how they work. You want to start off with a nice, beautiful chuck roast, some bacon, some baby bella mushrooms. I'm using shallots instead of pearl onions, some regular onions, carrots, thyme, garlic, red wine, tomato paste, and beef stock. And as usual, all the ingredients will be listed in the description box down below. And if you haven't done this already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I like to keep the beef into nice big hearty chunks. Now we're going to use our brand new Hestan 3.5-quart sauteuse pan to see how well it browns this bacon. I like to use a little bit of canola oil just to get the bacon going. And as you can see, it's cooking pretty nice and evenly. And keep rendering out all the fat from the bacon until it gets nice and crispy. Then what you can do is just remove all the crispy bits and just set it aside, reserving all the bacon fat. I'm going to use my 11-inch Nanobond skillet to sear this meat. You're going to see how beautiful it cooks. The great thing about this pan is that it can withstand heat up to 1050 degrees Fahrenheit. Now go ahead and get your pan really nice and hot and sear all the meat and just set it aside. I'm letting them go at about 4 to 5 minutes per side. As you can see, really nice dark golden brown crust. Once you seared off all the beef, go ahead, set that aside, and in the same pan, go ahead and add your chopped onions, give it a nice little caramelization, add your garlic, give that a quick stir, make sure that you don't burn your garlic. In goes 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, and you want to slowly stir it around just to cook off some of the acidity, and then deglaze your pan with some red wine. Slowly, a little bit at a time, just to break up the tomato paste, and then you're going to form a really nice rich gravy. Eventually add the entire bottle of wine and then cook off all the alcohol.
Now back to the pan that we used to cook our bacon. We're going to use a little bit of beef stock to deglaze our pan and scrape up all the delicious bits off the bottom. And pour that over the beef that you have set aside. Now in the same pan, we're going to make a roux, and then we're going to add about 3 cups of stock to make a nice really thick gravy. And then we're going to combine that red wine mixture that we made earlier. Now once we have everything combined, slowly add your beef, and then we're going to turn this up to a medium simmer. We're going to add a bundle of fresh thyme and 3 bay leaves. Now we're going to cover this and let it simmer for about 4 hours. And you definitely want to check on it every 20 minutes or so. 3.5 hours later, that's when I like to start cooking the rest of my vegetables to go into the stew. We're going to start with a little bit of olive oil, butter, and then saute our mushrooms till they're nice and brown. And go ahead and add it to the beef bourguignon. Give it a nice stir, make sure that they're all sitting in there nice and snug. Now using the same pan that I used for the mushrooms just a few seconds earlier, I'm going to go ahead and add my little shallots in there. Give them a nice little color, season them, salt and pepper, and then add them to the stew. And then our last vegetable, the carrots, go ahead and do the same thing. Olive oil, butter, but this time, because it's the last cook, I'll deglaze the pan with some beef stock. Now continue to simmer until the beef is nice and tender. Now we're going to use our brand new Copperbond pot to make some really delicate, rich mashed potatoes to go with our beef bourguignon. Here I have half a cup of milk, about 3 tablespoons of butter, and I have 1 potato that I've boiled and riced. I'm looking for a really silky mashed potato. Now I'm just going to stir everything in together and make sure it's nice and smooth, seasoning it with some salt and adding a little bit extra butter. I want this to be really nice, rich, smooth, and creamy. Now all Copperbond pans comes with a thick 100% pure copper core for quick heating, great temperature control, and even heat distribution. It's also oven and broiler safe up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So after 4 hours of letting the beef bourguignon do its thing, this is what we got. Now the potatoes are done, it's time to plate up. Grab your favorite bowl and add 2 generous scoops of these nice buttery mashed potatoes and make a nice well in the middle so everything can sit inside. I like to serve 3 nice chunks of beef and a nice side of vegetables to go with each portion. Now take some of that extra broth and go ahead and spoon it all around the dish, making this look very nice. My mouth is watering right now. I can't wait to dig in. But before we do that, we're going to garnish with some fresh chopped parsley and some lardons sea salt, and then we're ready to go. Now let's bring this to the table.
Alright guys, so we did it. We made beef bourguignon. This looks and smells incredible. Look at how soft and tender this meat is. I don't even think I need a knife. But, oh. Some beef, potatoes, mushrooms, carrot, a little bit of bacon right there, and some potato. You go guys, check that out. Cheers. Incredible classic French dish. You know, we're heading into fall, winter, so this dish is perfect for the upcoming season. Guys, I had a lot of fun today doing an unboxing and cooking, and then just going through and using all of the Hestan pans that we got, you know, the Copperbond, the Probond, and the Nanobond. They all did their job amazingly well. So I have a link down to their website and everything in the description box down below, so go check them out. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time. Like and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Instagram, go ahead, link is in the bio. Click on that and then subscribe. Guys, be super safe out there. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, peace.